Welcome everyone to English Matura with JB. I'm your host, Jane, and today we're diving into some everyday English expressions that have fascinating origins. With me is Mr. Johnson, a language expert, to help us unpack these phrases. Welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Jane. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited to explore the stories behind these common expressions with you and your listeners.
So, Mr. Johnson, let's start with a phrase I think we've all heard. Okay, where does that come from?
That's a great one to start with, Jane. Okay actually has roots in the space age. It gained popularity in 1961 during an American astronaut's flight. A NASA spokesman, John Powers, used it to assure everyone that everything was running perfectly during the mission.
Wow, so it's literally space-age slang. But I've heard whispers that it might be even older than that. Is there any truth to that?
There are some interesting theories, yes. One suggests it goes back to the early days of the telephone. Apparently, the O in okay was sometimes lost in the static, so they added a sharper A sound to make it O-okay, ensuring it was clearly understood.
That's fascinating. So, whether it's from the telephone or space, it sounds like clarity was key. It's amazing how technology can shape our language. Now, you mentioned other expressions that became popular because of the space program. Can you give us another example?
Absolutely. Another classic is all systems go. It means everything is ready to begin. NASA used it to signify that all spacecraft systems had been checked and were functioning correctly, giving the green light for launch.
So it's like the ultimate thumbs up. Do people use it outside of, rocket launches?
Definitely. It's become a common way to say you're prepared to start any task or activity. All right, team, all systems go. Let's get this project done. Something like that.
That makes perfect sense. Now, what about countdown? I imagine that's another space-related term.
Exactly. Space scientists used countdowns to mark the seconds before a launch. 10, 9, 8. All the way to liftoff. Though some experts say countdowns were used during atomic bomb tests in the 1940s, it really took off, pun intended, with the space flights of the 60s.
A very good pun, Mr. Johnson. So, the space program really popularized it. It's interesting how these terms become ingrained in our culture through major events that are broadcast on TV. It makes sense that people started using the same language as the astronauts and scientists they were watching.
Precisely. Television played a huge role. People were glued to their screens, watching these space missions unfold. They heard the astronauts and NASA engineers using these terms, and they naturally became part of everyday speech.
Okay, so we've covered okay, all systems go, and countdown. What's one more space-related expression that we should know about?
Let's talk about burnout. In the space program, it originally referred to a rocket using up all its fuel. Spacecraft were launched using multiple rockets. The first would lift the ship, then burn out, and a second rocket would ignite to propel it into orbit.
Ah, I see the connection. So how did that become associated with people?
Well, people started using burnout to describe someone who's been working too hard, under too much stress, for too long. Like a rocket with no fuel, they have no energy or desire to continue.
That's a really powerful analogy. It makes you think about the importance of taking care of yourself and not pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion. So, to recap, we've learned that okay, all systems go, countdown, and burnout all have roots, or at least gained popularity, from the space program. It's amazing how much these events have influenced our language.
Indeed, Jane. These expressions are a testament to how major events and technological advancements can shape the way we communicate. They remind us that language is constantly evolving.
Well, Mr. Johnson, thank you so much for shedding light on these fascinating expressions. It's been a pleasure having you on English Matura with JB.
The pleasure was all mine, Jane. Thank you for having me.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed learning about the origins of these common phrases. Until next time, keep exploring the wonderful world of English.